but I think something interesting to talk about today is love. The modern day scene of love, relationships, and connection is very different to what it used to be. Nowadays, from what I've experienced, back when I first entered high school, people had completely different ideals compared to what they left with. From what I've seen, when I first entered high school, I remember a lot of people, just like me and other guys and girls, had like the fantasy of like, real connection. Some people would have crushes, you know, idolize people for months on end, and that was fun, dude. Those are the days, dude. I remember liking a girl for like 6 months, and dude, I would start quivering every time I saw her, bro. I'm gonna be real, and I was so shy. Everyone had like that one phase. And bro, over time, you know, reality I guess hits. It's harder to like sustain a real kind of person to like properly because bro, a lot of bad things happen to people. Like you see like the media first of all kind of influences us. Basically makes it seem impossible for a real proper relationship. You hear all these bad stories, you see people being cocks kind of, and you experience it as well. You can like, there was one girl in particular that I had like the biggest like thing for, bro. Like she'd pull up to school and like I always thought, damn, like she's the best looking like yo out here. But bro, I didn't know, bro. She had a man, bro. She had a man. That guy was 2 whole years above her, bro. Like he'd drive her to the mountains and shit, dude. Who knows, bro? And bro, I was just from a distance, I guess. And then one day, dude, they broke up. She's in my class, dude, and we started talking. I think it's from Pokemon cards, actually. That's what I used. And it was good times, bro. Like she was very interesting, dude. She did not give a shit about school. She was probably like, you could give her a normal maths equation, she probably couldn't do it. But something interesting about her is like she had basically like infinite money, but like no proper friends. Like, bro, at school, she was friends with people that like she didn't really know. Like she was with a group, for example, like that only spoke fucking like Chinese, right? For example, and then she knew English perfectly fine, but she was friends with people who like only knew Chinese. It's so weird, bro. Anyways, but she was interesting because she had an infinite supply of money. Like she got a rich ass father, and something interesting about that was like she just wanted real connection in her life. Like that's all she wanted. Like to her, the money and shit, that didn't even matter. Like school, like any of that materialistic thing, like didn't matter. Like for her, it's just about feeling something. And I found that so interesting about her. So we used to hang out, just get a little gym session here and there. And bro, over time, like I started like falling, bro. I can't lie. And basically, some of you guys might know I saw Pokemon cards and stuff. I remember her favorite Pokemon was Meloetta, and I actually found that card and graded it because I remembered it was her favorite. And then I had all these other favorite cards of hers like Snorlax, Lucario, and I wrote a little private, personal message about the inside joke on each one. And I had it in my bag. I was ready to give it to her. I was ready, right? And it was because it was her birthday. I was ready to give it as a birthday gift. And it's in my bag. It was like a Friday night. I was gonna give it to her that day, but she didn't come to school. But I still had it on me, and I was gonna hang out with all my friends and shit. Bro, I pull up with all my friends, and they tell me, they come up to me, like, yo, like, why you hanging out with it today? I was like, nah, nah, nah. And they're like, nah, we thought it was you. That was you. And bro, I was like, nah. And like, she was like, basically, she was holding some other guy's hand, bro. Like they were holding hands, bro. I don't know what was going on there, but yeah, dude, getting cooked in front of other people, but getting cooked first sucks, but in front of other people is crazy. But that's the thing, dude. I think once you hit enough realities, like Shit's never the same, bro. And that's just one thing, something that happened, but that's the thing. Like, she was hurt herself from her past relationships, and then that led her to having like less consideration, I guess. And then yeah, and then the next guy, it's like we're all getting infected slowly, bro. But that's how it is, bro. That's reality, though. And sometimes people don't even mean to do it. Like, you can't control no one's feelings. Like, sometimes people are gonna just like other people. Sometimes feelings change. Maybe they liked you for those couple minutes, those couple days. And bro, that's just the reality nowadays. Like, and it's okay. It's okay. I've been on the other end of that as well. Like, I've had people who definitely had interest in, I just communicated to them, like, low key, like, I don't think this is going anywhere. Like, this ain't gonna be nothing deep. And that's the thing, though. Like, it's like everyone wants to be committing to something or someone, but like no one can do it. No one can do it, bro. It's hard. But very recently, like, shit, I hope she's never watching this video, bro. I did meet someone, and like, this person's never had any experience with like a proper relationship or anything. Like, no actual like real experiences like that. Like all girls school, so you can't really do much of that. And this is like a time where she hasn't had that same like hurt. Like, she's still got that innocence and like purity of like not going through any like tremendous kind of pain where she's like traumatized and unable to love someone properly. And that's the thing, bro. I've already gone through that shit, and I don't want to do it to this person because they're special. They're really kind, generous, innocent, like loving person, obviously. But I realized maybe I don't want to recreate what that Pokemon card girl did to me, because that would suck. So I realized like nowadays, like, the best thing to do is just be upfront about it. Like, if I can't do it, I'd probably have to just say it. Like, I can't properly commit. Like, I don't know if I can do anything serious yet. Like, because I think people respect that, and I think that's one thing I wish I had, was just the truth. Because I think the truth, even if it's hard to hear, the truth will always save you pain. It always will. Like, guys, if you like someone, dude, just go confess to them. Honestly, just tell them, just be straight up. Be straight up, because that'll save you and them time, bro. To be honest, like, yeah, the truth might hurt you, if they reject you, but hey, now you know. Or if there's someone who likes you and you can sense it, like, okay, sure, like, the validation might feel nice, but depending on the way your values are, who knows, maybe it'll make you feel worse just knowing that you just let them kind of love you, and then who knows what you've done to them. And some people can live with that, but I don't know if I can. Like, I'd prefer, just being honest, because I do prefer going for a certain quality of person. Like, I don't go for no low quality type of girl that I'd be feeling okay doing that shit to. That, yeah. But yeah, it's skewed, bro. It's skewed. Like, it's crazy, dude. Even Tom Brady can't keep it his girl, bro. Tom Brady, I heard, like, he posted on Instagram, or like, but I don't know, dude. Like, I do worry about the future, like the perception of women online, especially for like teenagers and shit. Like, the way we look at it is dangerous, bro. Like, the way, like, oh, like, I see my sister and she's watching videos related to the Bob House. Like, that's crazy. That's cooked. Like, I don't want her having ideas of that. And like, look, I don't want, and some guys who may not have experience may get the wrong perception of girls. Like, girls are just normal people, they're not all like that. But some people get resentment because of that, and then assume, oh, every girl's like that. Or some girls might assume every guy's in a certain type of way. And that just causes more conflict, and I think that's why, like, nowadays people don't really get relationships with as much connection. That, and then it just causes, I guess, in an economic term, like, the supply and demand's completely off. Like, it's just completely off, And that's how it be, dude. That's how it be. Like, people are getting more divorces. People are getting more on the short term. People might be less truthful. And like, there's so many stigmas, you know. There's stigmas on both sides. Like, there's stigmas in literally being loyal, which is crazy. Like, and then there's stigmas in if you're not being pure. And I think at the end of the day, like, it should be anyone's choice what they want to do. Like, if you force people into a certain belief or way of acting, like, it's not gonna work. So I reckon at the end of the day, the truth is what matters. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching.